Yeah, so it's. Okay, guys, thank you very much for jumping on tonight. Very much appreciated. My name's Wayne. I am a dad. I'm a PT. I'm a teaching assistant. I'm a health and lifestyle coach as well. Live a very, very crazy busy life. I'm up at 4:30 every day, Monday to Friday, then at 5 o'clock on a weekend. So for me, obviously, energy levels are very, very important, and obviously making sure I have a good balanced diet as well. Tonight, obviously, we're going to talk about the lovely Perform. Got one here as well. Absolutely love the stuff. I've had one this morning already. Well, I say already, it's hours and hours since I last had one. So what is Perform? Perform is a plant-based high protein shake. It's got 25 grams of protein in. It's got soy protein. I've actually wrote it all down so I know exactly what's in it. So we've got soy protein isolate. We've got mango extract. We've got guava extract. We've got UV treated mushroom powder. We've got beetroot, and we've got tart cherry. Also, obviously, not just protein in there either. As we just talked about, we've got vitamin B. So you've got vitamin B1, B2, B5, B6, which obviously can help with energy levels as well as performance. And then obviously B5, that helps with the mental performance side, which I've personally had a lot of, benefit with, which I'll talk a little bit about that later. We got vitamin D as well, which helps with obviously bone health. I'm again someone that struggles with a little bit of joint pain and bone problems, which again talk a little bit more about that down the line. The benefits that I've personally had, I didn't think I would have so quick. I do train a lot. I train weights a lot, and I do a little bit of running. So weight-wise, I've always struggled with my joints. I've had back problems, I've had knee problems, I've had elbow problems. And over the years, I've tried this and that, and sort of nothing really works. But then I've added in a few of our own products, plus this Perform. And for me personally, it's something that has been an absolute game changer for me since December last year when we first had it. Mentally wise, is something that I'm really, really happy about. It's something that, I've always struggled with mentally post-workout, particularly. I've always felt mentally drained. Obviously, you do work out and you feel sort of exhausted, but like mentally, I just used to feel so, so bad. And it was like nearly sort of negative feeling as well. But since I've been taking this, which to be fair, most of the time, at the moment, I'm having a scoop in for breakfast, but then I'm having 2 scoops post-workout. I've noticed a huge difference mentally, and then mentally in my training as well. I was thinking about it today. I was training after a good chilled weekend away, eating and drinking. I came back, and normally I'd be struggling for the energy, but with having one of these or having a scoop of it in my shake in the morning, I'm definitely noticing difference into my workout. And then post-workout, having my shake on the way up to picking Dev up from school was just something that, I've noticed for quite a few number of weeks now that, I am feeling mentally better, stronger, my recovery's better, energy levels, bones. I suffer with shin splints as well. And I noticed when I was doing the Cardiff Half Marathon a little while back that I didn't, apart from everything else hurting, my shins weren't actually hurting. And, the only thing that has made, that I've added in since, Christmas was this. I've not done any stretching. Yes, I use K-tape, but, that's not sort of stopping the pain. It's sort of just relieving it a little bit. So for me, this is something that has really been noticeable, and looking to do a few more half marathons next year. Like I said, I've got my notepad out, so just going to turn over for my next on notes. So tonight as well, I've got an amazing guest on. He is a good friend of mine. He is a dad, a very crazy, busy dad. He's got twins, which I've got one. I don't know how you can deal with that. But having 2 kids, and then obviously working full-time and training as well. And we're going to go and talk to Damien in a second about how he fits this product into his life and how it's made him feel. When he jumps on, it'll just give you a little bit of a description about himself. And then, yeah, I'm going to ask him a few questions and then we're going to go from there. So if Damien is on somewhere, if you can just say hello, that'll be amazing.
Hey, how's it going, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. You look like you've just come in from the gym, mate.
Yeah, a little while back, I had dinner. First off, straight thing. Obviously, you gotta get it in as soon as you can, innit? And now I'm gonna go for a shower afterwards. I didn't really want to do it before because perform call. I might as well be in my gym gear, all that sort of thing. All right.
No,
So,
definitely.
wicked. Thanks for inviting me on, mate.
Hey, no worries at all. It's well, it's great to speak to you, mate, face to face as such. The first time in a while. Few questions to ask you, mate. So what made you actually take up training in the first point? Because obviously I know your story, but obviously a little bit of a brief one from yourself about it for everyone knows.
So obviously being a dad, it was kind of a big obviously moment in my life, and myself and we weren't in the best health at that time. We're on a bit of a downward spiral, and I think it was kind of like a wake up. But our main kind of foray into looking after our health and lifestyle was just weight loss. And a lot of people were kind of saying you should do weights and all that kind of stuff, but I did lack a lot of confidence at the time to actually do it. But it was something which I always wanted to do because obviously, people who go to the gym and all that kind of thing, it is obviously a source of inspiration. But when you're not feeling your best and you're not feeling like you can obviously do it, it was a little bit disheartening. But I wanted to get onto it, but first started to lose weight, started to gain confidence, and then I eventually went to the gym. And the reasons that I wanted to do it is that I wanted exercise to kind of be a part of my life because I wanted my kids to see that growing up. But also, I heard something years ago which said that a high muscle mass or a decent muscle mass, should we say, as you get older, actually protects your body against a lot of things as you age. Obviously, having a high muscle mass, obviously, it protects your bones. It protects. And for instance, I'm gonna tell you a stupid story which happened to me yesterday. So I fell down the stairs. All right, I fell. Well, I stood on something. It was one of Ree's shoes. Anyway, it's not her fault. I'm not blaming her. But I fell and I landed straight on my back. Okay. Now I've heard about this before. Someone of my age, say almost 40, I've heard it happen to people, and it's absolutely ruined them. Their back is absolutely destroyed. They never recover. And they don't know why, but generally that happens if you're maybe not an ideal weight or you don't have an ideal muscle mass, because obviously you've got a spine, you've got muscle. If you build up your muscle on it, it actually protects your bone structure, etc. So that when you do have accidents, it doesn't really matter. So I knew that high muscle mass actually, it stands me in good stead for aging gracefully. Okay, so one thing. And also that an accident like that doesn't just absolutely ruin me, but also I want to be strong as I get older. I still want to be able to walk around. I still be able to play with my grandkids, and just more muscle mass as well. I'm going to be totally vain about it. I want to look good. So, so that's why I started to do it. And obviously, you might be watching this and you might not be in a stage where you feel like you can go to the gym, but weight loss, obviously, gain your confidence, and then obviously have an ultimate ambition about doing it, because weight training for me was very nerve-wracking. But actually what I found out that the gym's actually a really cool place to be. Everyone supports each other, and it is a really, really good part of your lifestyle as well. And obviously it doesn't have to be weight training. It could be running, it could be walking, etc., whatever it is. But exercise should be a part of your life if you want to have more longevity and a better quality of life going forward. So that's why I kind of went for it.
Cool. And I was exactly the same as well. Like, yes, I was in the gym, but I wasn't confident in anything I was doing. I was just doing what somebody said online or what Joe Bloggs told me to do over on the other side of the gym. It wasn't until, I started training around better people that I'd become better myself. And, it's something that, this whole business has taught me, and using the products, all I'm wanting to do is get better myself every single day. And I don't care what everyone says, I'm not, I have taken years to get to this point, but I really just don't care. And for me, it's great seeing, like yourself, I remember the first time when you came in the gym with me and stuff, and it was, like, geez, there's a lot of people going to be watching, and, no one cares. If anything, people are going, oh, I haven't seen him before. Fair play to him, he's getting on with it. And, like you did the other, a little while back when you had that guy help you spotting, people are there looking out for each other. It's as simple as that, and confidence comes from within. And obviously, if you're healthier, you're feeling good, and then just snowballs, doesn't it? So, leading on to that, what made you actually choose Perform?
So obviously, being a part of JP and all that kind of thing, it was really exciting that there was actually a plant-based protein shake coming out, because I've used whey protein in the past. And obviously, I guess if your supplements aren't actually suitable for you, because not everyone's the same, but if you're using a supplement, and I was using whey protein, and if you're just using it because other people tell you to use it, or it's the only one which is really suitable out there, and you don't get on with it, it actually kind of makes you feel worse about what you're doing. Because I knew that I needed to supplement protein. I didn't need to. I could get it all through food, but that's very, 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 very difficult. And the whole reason for protein supplements is that it allows you to get from A to B to C faster and more convenient. So I was definitely into that. I was like, well, up for the idea of supplementation. So protein is obviously a big one, because obviously if you're training, supplementing protein, it just makes sense, or eating protein, etc. So I used whey protein for a while. This is obviously not for everybody, but it made me feel sick. I didn't feel great on it. It made me feel bloated. I didn't like the taste either. I mean, I don't know what it is, but they all have this weird aftertaste. And it's like, it's not real, it tastes very. And once I found out about the process that they actually, do to make it, it's like heated milk, and it's just it's the stuff that just floats to the surface. So I was like, oh my God, no wonder I feel sick. So I didn't have whey protein or protein supplement for about, what was it, Wayne? Maybe it was about 5-6 years, something like that, probably. I think, because I tried it a few times with you, and I remember we were going through my protein flavors, and I was like, nah, disgusting. No, disgusting. And then obviously when I found out that this was coming out, I was like, wicked, because I'd been using Complete for a while. Complete's obviously, it's around 10 grams of plant-based protein. It's not actually specifically for protein supplementation. It's got obviously carbs and fats in there, which is like a meal in a shaker, which is awesome. But I quite like the idea about the 25 grams of protein. Obviously, big amount. The color was like you see, Wayne. It's lovely, creamy. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Ree obviously got. I think it was when we went to a convention in the November, Harrogate. Ree got a pouch of it. I had a taste of it, and I was like, I'm sold. This stuff's absolutely amazing. But what I did like about it is that it's more than a protein shake. It's obviously got the B vitamins in there. It's got the vitamin D, which is absolutely insane. And I was just like, I'm sold before I even did it, because I knew how good the Complete shakes were, and I knew that the Perform was going to be an absolutely banging. So I was sold before it was done. But obviously, we'll go on to it. But my experience with it has only gone even further to sort of convince me that it's absolutely the best one out there.
And that's the thing with me as well. Like, I've always been like a super skinny guy, and it wasn't until I started using our products where I actually started putting on significant weight. For me, I have struggled for years. I've taken the weights. When I first met you, my 6 shakers a day, or 5 shakes or whatever it was, plus food. And like, I ended up getting very ill from it. And I was getting told to take these. It wasn't me just going, oh, I'm going to take 5 shakes a day. I was getting told, if I ain't eating it, I'm going to drink it. And like, literally eating, drinking. And it was just like the point where I did personally end up in hospital. And, like you said, I'm not saying this is the same for everyone, but I got extremely ill from using a mass gainer, which didn't really help me, made me very ill. And now with our Perform and our Complete, which I do have together in the morning now, I'm getting nearly 40 grams of protein. I'm getting a good amount of carbs. And obviously my energy levels are through the roof, because the guys ask me in the gym at, 5 o'clock in the morning, how the hell are you so energetic? And I'm like, one of these bad boys. And the coffee, obviously, because we all love coffee. So
Yeah.
going on to the next bit, what results have you had so far, mate?
So my muscle mass has grown quite substantially. Obviously, we've done shreds and we've done all that kind of stuff. But I think you say yourself, the amount of time that I spent with you in the gym, my eating was never right. I wouldn't eat enough. Okay, I wouldn't eat enough to gain muscle and obviously drop body fat. But obviously, what happened is that just introducing that, it meant I was getting an extra 25 grams of premium quality plant protein, and my muscle mass has increased loads. I always notice it in my shoulders, and I remember I've got an Irish rugby top, and it's kind of like my gauge. Okay, it's like I know if I'm feeling that, I'm obviously doing well, and if I'm not feeling it, it means that I'm not eating enough calories and all that kind of thing. So that for me, I'm literally filled it properly, which is the first time I've ever done it in years. And I remember I lost a load of weight, bought a medium one, and then I was like not feeling it. And now I'm doing it, and now I'm like, okay, cool. Might need a large. No, I'm not that big. Not that big.
Not yet, mate.
Yeah. So, but my strength increased a fair bit as well. So PBs are like a regular thing, and like you go back to the confidence thing. Hitting PBs in the gym and all that that's just such a good feeling. And I think I've had more PBs over the last 3 or 4 months than I've had in the whole 6-7 years that I've actually been going to the gym. But what has actually changed is that the Perform has made me more committed to the process. And the reason why it's done that is because I'm less tired after working out. And you remember me, Wayne, I used to train with you, and then we'd be supposed to be going on the Tuesday, and then I wouldn't go because I was too tired or I had too many DOMs or anything like that. And what has actually happened is that my energy levels are better. And when you approach your sessions in a better energetic state, what happens is that it's better quality, and you can still push yourself more rather than tailing down before the end of the week. You're literally keeping your level, or you're actually increasing. And my DOMs in general are a lot less, which is awesome, because you don't want to. I mean, obviously DOMs is a good sign that you've obviously been absolutely crushing it, but if you can have a little bit less, then it's obviously good, because it means when you roll into the next one, you're obviously feeling good and you're feeling super powered up as well. And obviously it's a better quality session. And for me, it's stacking good quality sessions on top of each other rather than a really good one at the start of the week and then maybe a similar one. And then suddenly you're going down, and then you're obviously, you can't even do the last exercises. And it just means that every rep is good quality. And that's something which you taught me. But it wasn't until I started using this and obviously understanding the importance of protein, obviously that I've actually started to get better results. And you can get it all through food. No one's saying that, but getting the protein in a convenient and easy way, if you're a dad, if you're a husband, if you're a full-time worker, is really important. And it just means that you've got zero excuses. If you're not getting the results, it just means you're not putting enough effort in. And that sounds a little bit thing, but that's where I was. It was, I wasn't optimizing my life and my diet in order to get me to the results which I wanted to. And then I was basically getting disheartened because I wasn't getting the results, and then I was losing motivation, and then I just wasn't turning up. And ultimately it is your decision, your decision about your food and how you optimize your lifestyle towards the goals that you want. Because if they're important, you should be open-minded, and you should be open to change and learning new knowledge, etc. And Perform is great because you don't have to be a nutritionist to get good results. because the
Definitely.
company does all that for you and they give you a premium product, which is actually really affordable, you know, which
Yeah.
I was really, really surprised with, because I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than that, but it's obviously working out really good. So yeah. And I'll go on to the next one. When do I take it? So I take it post recovery. I take it after exercise. Sometimes if I'm feeling, if I'm kind of like, know that I've got a gym session later on and I'm feeling a little bit peckish, I might have one then, because it does have an element of energy boosting properties. And obviously it's geared for performance. But if you think about it, you have it post recovery, it recovers you properly. And it obviously delivers all of these energy boosting nutrients, B vitamins, and obviously vitamin D. So that by the time you come around to your next session, you're in really, really good prime physical shape. But having it before, sometimes it just floods your body with all this goodness. You're obviously upping your protein intake as well. You know, it's really, really good. So I rarely do it pre-workout, but within 20 minutes post-workout, I'm normally chugging it in the car. I'm like, boom, 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 lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. It's only been since technically I'm on my bulking phase now, so I am needing to get the extra calories in and trying to make sure I'm getting enough protein, because obviously as someone that's trying to weight gain stroke increase muscle mass, you know, I'm looking at 180 to 200 grams of protein a day, and you know, I ain't eating all that. You know, I struggle, so I have to find my own eating pattern. And it's something that I've learned a lot over probably the last month or so. Everyone's got their own eating pattern. So whatever your eating pattern is, just continue it and then add in one or two of these bad boys. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. You know, my shake in the morning, normally just complete. Now it's got a bit of perform in it as well. So get a little bit more energy, get a bit more protein. And then post workout or the evening, which is sometimes what I do, I literally just sometimes finish my workout and I'm going to pick Dev up from school. But for me, you know, as long as I'm getting it in, it's absolutely fine. And, you know, having 200 grams of protein in me, knowing I'm getting it every single day. Today I had a chest session. I had a big baggy shirt on. And one of the guys actually come up to me and said, Wayne, you're looking bigger, mate. And I was just like, huh? I was just like, I've got a big baggy shirt on, like a big baggy t-shirt. I'm wearing oversized t-shirts now because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling comfortable in my body. But everyone keeps saying you're looking bigger, and I'm like, looked in the mirror at myself and I just smiled. I was just like, yeah. But you know, it's what you're putting in. Like I'm, even though being a PT, you know, I'm not a fan of fruit and veg that much. So I'm getting most of my nutrients from our products, and you know, I'm not getting cold, I'm not getting flus, I'm not getting run down. You know, I've got more energy than I bloody should do most of the time, and you know, it's showing in the performance in my training, and you know, it's just something that I'm absolutely, you know, so happy about it, and you know, so grateful we've got, you know, because obviously we've talked about this product for many years, or potentially having a product like this for many years. And you know, it's the boys are saying in the gym, you know, how you training like this time. I'm training, my training as well isn't actually on point. It's like 7:30 in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, back in the morning, you know, so my training's all over the shop. So you know, I'm just grateful I've got something there that's going to enable me to do it. So last question, mate, what would you say to someone thinking about obviously changing the protein source, the protein shakes?
Okay, so I would say, you know, you might, it is okay. So training and exercise and all that, why are we doing it? We're doing it because we want a better quality of life. We want you know, we want to be better. We want tomorrow to be better than today. And I think everybody wants that, you know, at a sort of innate level. And in order for that to happen, you have to be open to new things, that there might be a different route which is more effective than the one that you're actually taking. And I think when I was told that whey protein was the way to go and it didn't really agree with me, I thought, that's it then. I'm never going to get the results of other people because they're using something which I really don't want to use myself. And I did persevere with it for a while, but it just made me sick. So I kind of felt like there was a ceiling on top of what I wanted to do. And obviously people talk about plant protein, how it's inferior, or they talk about, you know, stuff like this, but that just is not true. That you can't make a statement like that really, because everything provides different benefits. I mean, you know, you can delve into stuff about whey protein, you can delve into stuff about plant protein, but the thing is, protein is protein. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's as long as it's got all 9 essential amino acids, you know, that's all you actually need, and both of them do. Perform obviously has it, but for me, I think the method to make it is worth looking into, because whey protein, because it's heated, it actually damages a lot of the molecules, and you're not actually getting a complete source. Hence why they put 40 grams in, because they know that maybe not all of it is going to make it or be sufficient for the muscles to actually use. So I do think that that is really important, and it is worth looking into why something is different and why potentially it can be better for you. Also, the other thing why it's really, really important is collagen and vitamin D. So collagen is an essential protein. It's obviously great for skin. It's present in every single cell in the body, etc. And it's actually something which we reduce as we get older. So whereas men, and this is what I talked to you about, Wayne, you know, testosterone, all that kind of stuff, it reduces hormones, etc. They reduce as you get older, and you can supplement them. But why wouldn't you do it for something which actually helps your skin stay elastic, and obviously helps your hair, and obviously helps all that kind of thing as well. And obviously the vitamin D, you know, it's very, very difficult to get it through food. And if you can get a protein shake, which gives you B vitamins, which make you feel more energized, a high quality of plant protein, which is sufficient amount to actually help you build muscle, vitamin D in there, which is going to make you feel amazing. And over the winter, we basically lose the primary source of vitamin D that we're actually getting by the sun, you know, going behind clouds and it raining. And then obviously having the collagen in there. Why wouldn't you look or invest in a little liquid which you can drink every day and tastes amazing, and is super, super simple and really, really enjoyable? So, you know, for me, it's not just about recovery and performance, it's also about adding more strings to your bow in terms of a nutrition point of view as well, and just making yourself feel great. We're not getting any younger, we're getting older, but you can give yourself, and you can slow that process down by having really, really good products and obviously nutrients and flooding your body with it. So yeah, it's a no-brainer.
That's brilliant. It is. You know, I was talking to, you know, Casey in the gym the other day, and, you know, he's 42, I'm 40. You know, us older boys are showing the young boys how it's done. And, you know, we're training 6 days a week. You know, we're not getting the DOMs, like you said, like we used to. The joints are good, you know, and it's just, for me personally, it is down to the products I'm using, the right supplementation that I'm getting into my body. And like you said, you know, the nutrients that we're getting in from all the products that we use is just incredible. So just want to say thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated.
No worries.
Nice to chat to you. I've got one more little thing that I heard as well, that our products being used by the USA Olympic and national teams as well. So our company partnered in with them. So they're going to get fruit, veg, and berry capsules. They're also going to get complete and perform. You know, so for, you know, if it's good enough for, you know, Olympic USA athletes, then I'm pretty damn god sure it's good for me, you know, as a little PT here in Wales. So thank you very much for jumping on. So anyone that has jumped on, feel free to obviously message the person that added you to this call. And I look forward to having another call next month. Thank you very much, guys, for jumping on. Very much appreciated. Take care. See you later.